Welcome to this presentation on the Flexible Honours Minor Pathway in Archaeology. My name is Dr. Melanie Giles and I'm the Undergraduate Programme Director in Classics, Ancient History, Archaeology and Egyptology. And I'm here today to talk to you about the minor pathway you might want to take if you've ever been fascinated by archaeological documentaries or fancy yourself as a bit of an Indiana Jones. The options available to you on this pathway are at first year to choose from 3 different courses. We've got the Story of Britain in level 1, which I teach, which takes you right through from the earliest inhabitation of the British Isles, through the great stone circles and barrows of prehistory, hill forts and Roman invasions, the Saxons and Vikings, medieval villages and the great country estate landscapes. So it's a real taste of all the iconic sites that you might see across the British Isles. If you're more practically orientated, you might want to take Doing Archaeology 1, which gives you a real taste of how archaeological discoveries are made in terms of how we find sites and excavate them and how we make sense of the data we recover from those sites. In semester 2, we have a fascinating course called Discoveries and Discoverers. So this really is one for those who love listening to programs or podcasts about the iconic sites like Tutankhamun's tomb or the Sutton Hoo ship burial. And in this course, you'll find out not just about what people discovered, but you'll find out more about the archaeologists themselves, the times they lived in, and how they interpreted the remains they uncovered. At second year level, you can choose from our Big Ideas course, Thinking Archaeology, which shows you how archaeologists draw on the ideas from philosophy and social science like anthropology to interpret the remains of the past. If you have a real passion for the Neolithic period, sites like Stonehenge and Avebury, or the Orcadian sites, then Neolithic Britain might be the one for you. But if you're more interested in the Near East, and the Mediterranean, perhaps you'd like to explore the origins of towns and cities and the great economies and political ideologies of those early state societies. If you're more interested in how the past matters still today, why we care about it, why sometimes people fight over it and it's contested, why there's an illicit trade in stolen antiquities and what we do with treasure, then Heritage and Reception might be the course for you. And in semester 2, we have a light touch big data course called Data Analysis and Reasoning, which is something that any employer would be delighted to see on your CV. It teaches statistics and data analysis through really meaningful human information, fascinating case studies from cemetery populations. So that's a great way to learn some of those skills if you've never done that before. If you're determined to continue with the practical side of archaeology, Doing Archaeology 2 is the course for you. And there you'll learn much more about archaeological techniques and principles, as well as the post-excavation side of archaeology, museums and galleries, and the interpretation of the past. Or you can take my option, Dealing with the Dead, where I'll take you right through the burial rites from the Neolithic and Bronze Age through to the historic period and Victorian cemeteries, exploring the ideology of death and burial and the meaning of things like grave goods. And that's an exciting module with great assessments, including a group radio programme, if you're ambitious about a career in the media. In your final year, you'll see you can take a number of those options as well. We offer a second bite of the cherry and a chance to choose again from one of those modules and study with a different year group, which is a very rewarding experience with slightly different seminars and assessments. But you can also choose Egypt in the Greco-Roman world, a wonderful module that shows you how the Romans drew upon the legacy of that fantastic Egyptian heritage. Or our Artifacts and Interpretation course in the final year, where you'll get hands-on with our great collections of lithics and ceramics and produce a portfolio of work based on handling real information from the past. In addition to this, we offer our minor students the chance to participate in 2 weeks of archaeological fieldwork in their summer break. So if you really want to get your hands dirty and find discoveries of your own, then choose the Archaeology minor pathway and join us as we make new discoveries from the past.